Aries. The Two of Wands indicates you are standing at a major threshold in your romantic life. For a long time, you've been the hunter, the one exerting all the energy to initiate or sustain a spark. But the silent pull of this current cycle is inviting you to finally step back and let the world meet you. This connection isn't a battle to be won or a territory to be conquered. It's a shared vision that requires you to trade your armor for authentic presence. You are moving away from the chase and into a partnership that respects your fire without trying to extinguish it. This person sees your ambition as an asset, not a threat to their own ego. The inspiration here is the realization that you don't have to be in pursuit to be worthy of a high-level connection. You are discovering that when you stop running, the right frequency can finally catch up to you. This is about a love that supports your trajectory rather than asking you to slow down. It's a silent, powerful agreement between two individuals who are both looking at the same horizon, ready to build something that lasts far beyond the initial spark. Leo. The sun radiates through your romantic sector, bringing a rare and necessary transparency to your connections. You've often felt the pressure to be the strong one, or to stay on a pedestal to remain attractive, but this energy is stripping away the need for performance. The silent pull here is a mutual warmth that doesn't require a one-man show to keep the light on. You are being recognized for your core essence, the part of you that exists when the stage lights are off and the audience has gone home. This relationship acts as an inspiration because it allows you to be vulnerable without fear of losing your authority. You are finally shining for someone who can actually handle your heat without feeling eclipsed by it. This is a season of soul visibility, where the masks are dropped and the connection is built on total honesty. You're finding that true devotion isn't about being admired from afar. It's about being known up close and realizing that you are even more radiant in your natural state. Sagittarius. The Temperance card suggests a beautiful alchemical blending of energies that defies your usual fear of restriction. You've often associated commitment with a cage, but the silent pull of this frequency feels more like a vast, open horizon. This connection offers both the depth you crave and the distance you require to remain yourself. It is a partnership that acts as a stable base camp for your life's adventures, providing a grounded soul to return to after you've explored the world. You are discovering that true expansion doesn't happen in isolation. It happens when you have a partner who acts as a mirror to your highest potential. The map is finally being shared with someone who isn't trying to change your destination. This inspiration comes from the relief of being understood by someone who values your freedom as much as you do. You are moving into a season where love isn't a weight holding you back, but the very wind beneath your wings that allows you to fly further than you ever could alone. Taurus. The Ten of Pentacles shows a love that feels like a permanent residence rather than a temporary stay. You've been exhausted by flighty energies or connections that felt like they were built on shifting sand. The silent pull here is the energy of a shared legacy, a soul-deep security that comes from knowing someone is in your corner for the long haul. This isn't about the fleeting butterflies of a first date. It's about the quiet, solid power of a foundation that can withstand any storm. You are building a sanctuary where your peace is the highest currency and your loyalty is finely matched. This connection is the ultimate reward for the internal work you've done to value your own stability. You are realizing that you no longer have to settle for enough when a kingdom is being offered. The inspiration here is the shift from survival mode to legacy mode. You are finally able to put down roots with someone who understands that the best things in life are grown slowly, with intention, and are meant to be kept forever. Virgo. The Lovers appears to signal a perfect, unplanned alignment that bypasses your need to manage or fix the outcome. For a long time, you've played the role of the emotional architect in your relationships, always looking for the flaw to repair. But this frequency is different. You aren't being called to solve a problem, you are being invited to share a life. The silent pull is a mutual respect for the intricate details that make you unique, and for once, the details are being appreciated rather than audited. This connection serves as an inspiration because it proves you don't have to be perfect to be cherished. You are officially resigning as the solution to everyone else's chaos and becoming a partner in a balanced dance. It's the relief of finding someone who has their own tools and doesn't need you to carry their baggage. By letting go of the fixer role, you are creating space for a love that is based on pure choice rather than a need to be useful. You are finally free to just be loved for who you are, not for what you can do. Capricorn. The King of Pentacles brings a sense of total authority and material reality to your romantic sector. You are attracting a connection that is built with absolute intent and a clear understanding of value. The silent pull here is a power couple energy, where both individuals are stable, successful, and secure in their own right. You are walking away from the heavy weight of having to carry a partner's potential and moving towards someone who already matches your actual reality. This is love built on solid ground, where the only thing you're growing is your shared future. The inspiration comes from the realization that partnership shouldn't be another project on your to-do list. It should be the reward for your hard-won discipline. You are finding a peer, someone who speaks your language of ambition and understands that true romance is found in building something that lasts. This is a season of settling for nothing less than a love that is as solid and reliable as the mountains you've spent your life climbing. Gemini. The star brings a sense of high-frequency mental resonance that cuts through the noise of your daily life. You've spent far too much time navigating mixed signals and shallow conversations. But this connection offers a clear, honest light that feels like a relief to your restless mind. The silent pull is a spark of intelligence and curiosity that perfectly matches your own, creating a space where your ideas are finally met with equal weight and depth. It's the profound comfort of being understood without having to over-explain your thoughts or justify your perspective. This relationship is an inspiration because it turns the chaos of the world into a quiet, focused conversation between two souls who finally speak the same language. You are moving away from the distraction of many and into the clarity of one. This is the moment where your intellectual curiosity meets its match, and you realize that the most romantic thing in the world is finding someone who truly hears what you aren't even saying. Libra. Justice appears to bring your heart into total, undeniable equilibrium. The silent pull here is the end of the middle ground negotiations that have historically drained your spirit. You aren't trading pieces of your own identity for harmony anymore. You are finally finding someone who naturally resonates with your frequency without you having to adjust your volume. This connection feels like the scales are finally coming to a rest, offering a clarity that you haven't felt in years. It is an objective, clear-eyed love that values truth and authenticity over peace at any price. The inspiration here is the discovery that a healthy relationship doesn't require you to be a lawyer or a diplomat. You are learning that the most romantic alignment is one that is actually fair, where the give and take is invisible because it is so perfectly balanced. You are stepping out of the cycle of over-adjusting and into a season where your presence alone is enough to keep the scales level. Aquarius. The Fool represents a love that changes everything because it completely ignores the social blueprints you've been told to follow. You've always been out of step with the traditional world, and the silent pull here is a partner who is standing right there with you at the edge of the unknown. This isn't about fitting into a box or fulfilling a social role. It's about a courageous leap of faith into a connection that is being written as you go. You are officially unplugged from the shoulds of dating and are co-creating a version of love that is entirely unique to your shared frequency. This is the freedom of being seen in your most authentic, eccentric state and being celebrated for it. The inspiration comes from realizing that you don't have to compromise your individuality to find partnership. You are finding that the right person doesn't want you to fit in. They want to jump with you. This is a season of pure potential, where the only rule is that there are no rules. Cancer. The Six of Cups suggests a soul resonance that feels familiar yet entirely fresh. Like a song you forgot you knew, you are finally releasing the emotional ghosts of the past, the stories that told you love was something you had to earn through sacrifice. The silent pull here is a connection that honors your sensitivity without making it a burden for you to carry alone. You are coming home to yourself through the eyes of someone who truly sees your value as inherent, not transactional. This is a safe harbor that heals the old narrative of you being too much for people to handle. The inspiration is the realization that your depth is actually your greatest strength, and in the right hands, it is a gift, not a problem to be solved. You are trading the weight of past hurts for the lightness of being truly seen in the present. This is a season of emotional abundance, where you are finally allowed to be the primary character in a story that is actually about your happiness, not just everyone else's. Scorpio, judgment brings a massive, life-altering awakening to your romantic life. The silent pull you are feeling is a magnetic intensity that demands total transparency and leaves no room for the shadows you used to hide in. You are cutting the invisible tethers to old betrayals and stepping into a connection that is loud and clear about its intent. There is no more navigating through puzzles or second-guessing hidden agendas. This love is a resurrection of your ability to trust. You are realizing that the power of your vulnerability is the only thing that can attract the depth of connection you have always craved. This relationship serves as an inspiration because it proves that your all-or-nothing nature is exactly what the right person has been looking for. You are moving out of the darkness of self-protection and into the light of a bond that is as intense as you are. This is a season of profound clarity, where the secrets are gone and only the truth of your connection remains. Pisces. The Chariot shows that you have finally stopped being the life raft for others and have become the pilot of your own emotional ship. The silent pull here is a directed, purposeful love that meets you on dry land, rather than requiring you to drown in the deep end for someone else's sake. You are moving away from empath traps and toward a partner who has their own steady direction and respects your boundaries. This is a love that finally makes sense, because it doesn't require your total sacrifice to survive. The inspiration comes from the power of being chosen for who you are, not just for what you can provide emotionally. You are settling the debt of the martyr and realizing that the most romantic thing you can do is have a destination of your own. This is a season of focused movement, where you and your partner are two separate ships sailing in the same direction, fueled by mutual respect rather than mutual need.